But does it make it easier for you to think that my little dip in his fountain of youth turned me rabid?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for unpopular comic characters that gained lots of fans. Beware of minor spoilers ahead.
Good job, guy.
Yeah, you too.
Number 10, Lobo. The main man wasn't always a main attraction. For starters, even his co-creator Keith Giffen had little love for him.
I don't know you, but I'm pretty sure I don't like you.
Good instinct. His name's Lobo. He's a low-life bounty hunter.
The main man happens to be the best bounty hunter in the known universe.
Lobo was a loudmouth, vain, obnoxious jerk when he first showed up in Omega Men, and that was the whole point. He was meant to be a parody of edgy brutes, a dumb lug who never should have been anything more than a joke.
Come on, Green Long Johns! Let me out of here so I can go upside your head!
But after a while, his reckless attitude and penchant for violence started generating fans. Nowadays, he's appeared in comics, shows, games, and more. There's even speculation of Jason Momoa playing him in the DCU. It looks like the last Zarnian is going to be everybody's main man soon.
I'm going to grind you into paste!
Awful brave talk for a dead man.
Number 9, Squirrel Girl.
Drop the money, Scuzz Bucket, or face the wrath of Squirrel Girl.
Standing as one of Marvel's most powerful and quirkiest characters, this unlikely hero has helped vanquish big bads like Doctor Doom and even Thanos. But she didn't exactly fare well with people at first. When she debuted in the early 90s, she was considered a joke both by fans and even superheroes.
So you're saying Squirrel Girl shouldn't be on the list?
I mean, she has squirrel powers, but seriously, squirrel powers? I don't see her making it.
But if you're someone who can topple Marvel's heaviest hitters with only squirrels and a can-do attitude, then you've more than earned our respect. Her comic book series became a hit in 2015. It even cracked the top 10 of the New York Times bestsellers list in September of that year. While Squirrel Girl may still have a few detractors, her loyal fan base continues to grow.
You might think you're a hero, but that doesn't make you one.
Of course it does. I'm your friendly neighborhood Squirrel Girl.
Number 8, Deadshot.
If you want to live another century or two, hand over the card.
This deadly character is recognized today as one of the DC Universe's premier contract killers. His bad skills are often put to slightly better use for Amanda Waller's Suicide Squad. Despite Deadshot's notoriety, he didn't exactly strike fear in his first iteration.
Deadshot will be your team leader.
I told you before, Waller. I don't take orders from murderers.
Not even if I said please?
In his earliest appearances, he wore just a suit and tie, a top hat, and an eye mask. While it was a bold fashion choice, it didn't help him resonate with readers. It wouldn't be until Detective Comics 474 that a slick redesign and attitude adjustment made him into the icon we now know and love. While Deadshot may not always be a good guy, his flexible moral code and accurate skills make him a fun wild card in any story.
Right now, we're just playing poker, and I've got the wild card.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better.
Number 7, Artemis.
You know, Artemis, I found myself saying a little prayer for you last night.
Did you, Diana? How kind.
Before we go any further, we want to make it clear that we're not talking about the awesome Archer. The Artemis we're focusing on infamously beat the world's most famous Amazon in a competition and then became Wonder Woman. Coming out of nowhere and ripping the iconic mantle from Diana kicked the hornet's nest, to say the least.
I could have shot her in the leg. Not near an artery, of course.
You are the soul of thoughtfulness, Artemis.
But when she was reintroduced during DC's Rebirth initiative, she got a much-deserved second chance. She became an integral and beloved part of Red Hood's Outlaws team. Sparks even flew between her and Red Hood, leading to arguably one of the former Robin's most popular romances. In the end, Artemis started being beloved once DC kept her far from the Wonder Woman moniker.
Alexa, you bring yet more disgrace to our family. This time I will ensure that you stay dead.
Number 6, Ben Reilly.
Ben, I need...
Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm thinking about my past.
Actually, we need you here for some reason.
That was a particularly harrowing memory.
If you were following Spider-Man for years and Marvel suddenly told you that your beloved web-slinger wasn't actually the real Spider-Man, you'd probably be furious. But anyone who's heard Ben Reilly's name before knows this pain all too well. This character was introduced as a clone of Peter Parker. However, everything was turned on its head for an infamous storyline. During the Clone Saga, it was revealed that Peter Parker was actually a clone of Ben Reilly.
He discovered that, according to our genetic structures, it might be Peter who was the clone, not me. That news pushed Peter Parker over the edge. Now he hated me with a passion. This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot.
This retcon was loathed by fans. Once Marvel moved away from the Clone Saga and did some more retcons, Ben got to become a popular new hero called the Scarlet Spider. There's a lesson to be learned. Sometimes you just gotta do your own thing.
But next time, just knock. You're always welcome here, Ben.
Number 5. Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
What are you doing here?
Apparently rescuing you.
We don't need no rescuing. I could have got us out any time.
In the infinite multiverse, there's few people who can rock a bowl cut. And we're still not entirely sure if Guy Gardner is one of them. But we can confirm that he beat the odds to become a fan favorite. Guy was originally nothing more than an obnoxious musclehead that played second fiddle to more popular lanterns.
Wait a minute. Who died and left you in charge?
I put myself in charge. Got a problem with that?
Yeah, I do.
It arguably wasn't until the legendary Justice League International run from the 80s that Guy's abrasiveness finally became endearing. He went from someone people hated, to a hero who fans loved to hate, to someone people genuinely loved. While the Green Lanterns have always been an ensemble act, Guy's managed to cement himself as one of the Corps' best cadets.
You didn't think I was above fighting dirty, did ya?
Number 4. Mr. Freeze. This may sound cold-blooded, but ridiculous gimmicks and horrible puns used to be the norm for Mr. Freeze.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
For a long time, he was in the category of joke characters like Calendar Man and Kite Man. But while they would all get fun reinventions later, Mr. Freeze is the only one who can brag about having an Emmy Award-winning origin story. The Heart of Ice episode from Batman the Animated Series changed the game for Mr. Freeze forever. During the story, we learned that Freeze had a terminally ill wife who he was desperately trying to save.
My God.
Yes, it would move me to tears if I still had tears to shed.
His tragic backstory and striking new design made viewers flock to him. Ever since Freeze's reinvention, he's been a DC staple and one of Batman's greatest foes.
Think of it, Batman. To never again walk on a summer's day with a hot wind in your face and a warm hand to hold.
Number 3. Aquaman.
It is I, Aquaman, son of Atlan, heir to the throne of...
to you.
If there were ever a character who would benefit the most from a strong PR firm, it'd have to be Aquaman. On paper, this guy should have been a fan-favorite superhero right from the very start. He was a founding member of the Justice League, and also, you know, the freaking king of Atlantis. Yet, despite the stacked resume, Aquaman was always the butt of jokes to people.
Hey, there's a YMCA pool down the street!
Oh, yeah, just throw saltwater fish into a chlorinated pool. Water's water, I guess. Come on!
They laughed at his ability to talk to aquatic life and his admittedly not so impressive costume. However, numerous overhauls like Peter David's 90s revamp, Jeff Johns' New 52 reboot, and Jason Momoa's movie portrayals eventually altered fans' perceptions. The tides have finally turned in Aquaman's favor.
I am the protector of the deep. I am Aquaman.
Number 2. Jason Todd.
Hard to forget that night, huh? In a way, Batman, this was the site of your first great failure. Maybe your greatest, but certainly not your last, right?
There's characters that fans don't like, and then there's characters that fans detest so much that they actually manage to get them killed off. That's what happened to Jason Todd. Initially, he was considered to be a poor imitation of Dick Grayson.
We needed him. He would have talked, but you put him into shock.
Sorry. That was dumb. But he deserved it.
There was so much animosity towards him that DC readers voted for him to die. But after he was resurrected as Red Hood decades later, fans latched on to his reckless attitude. Jason was now seen as a cool character with great fighting skills and a good foil for Batman. Admittedly, he wasn't the only disliked Robin. Fans didn't take too kindly to Damian Wayne initially either, but Jason's meteoric rise from hated sidekick to celebrated anti-hero made him a dark legend.
I don't know what clouds your judgment worse. Your guilt or your antiquated sense of morality.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Miles Morales.
I thought I was the only one. You're like me. I don't want to be. I don't think you have a choice, kiddo.
After Peter Parker died on Earth 1610, Brian Michael Bendis created a new Spider-Man, Miles Morales. He made history as the first Afro-Latino web-slinger. Unfortunately, the decision got a lot of unwarranted backlash from those who felt like it was just a publicity stunt. But those initial complaints never derailed this webhead's popularity. He quickly grew to be a fan favorite in the comics. Within a decade of his introduction, he reached even higher heights by starring in an Oscar award-winning film.
Miles? Spider-Man?
Wow, Miles! You're doing it on command!
It's about time, right?
Miles!
Look who's
You figured it out.
I love you. I am so proud of you.
Miles is now one of the most popular heroes in the Marvel Universe and then some. Instead of just being compared to Peter Parker, he's now seen as a hero who fully swung out of the main webhead's shadow.
My name is Miles Morales. I was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for like 2 days, I've been the one and only Spider-Man. I think you know the rest.
Is there a beloved character with a turbulent past that we missed? Let us know in the comments.
So I'm Spider-Man. I'm not the only one.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.